What's up YouTube? Army Vet Florida Prepper here. I'm bringing to you a whole new channel about prepping in the state of Florida and what I do to stay prepared. So let me get some PT in and then we'll get down to what this channel is all about.
Everybody shake it, baby. Everybody shake it, baby.
I'm out of shape. I'm gonna go for a nice little jog. I don't have a second person in me, so I'm not gonna hold it, make it bounce all over the place, make you guys sick. So I'll be back in a little bit.
Everybody shake it, baby.
Woo! Yeah, I haven't done that in a while. I'm gonna get cleaned up and we'll continue this video inside. Alright, YouTube. See you in a minute. What's up, YouTube? Army Vet Florida Prepper here. So, I got this new channel that I'm doing. I've done some YouTube channels before, and you can find them. It was kind of like just my entry into getting used to being on the camera and stuff like that. So they started out pretty bad and got better. So I wanted to start this channel because I follow a lot of prepping stuff, and I wanted to create a channel that was for Florida. Just a quick background on me. I served in the military. All the information is down in my description of the channel. I served in the military, deployed a couple times. And I came back to my home state of Florida. It's where I was born and raised. My family's all from up north. I was the first one born in Florida in my family. And I've been into prepping pretty much since I got out of the military. Me and my wife are pretty big into it. We had a huge stockpile. And probably, I think it was 2017, our house burned down. And it was a pretty big setback for us. We were both at work. And let me get these out of the way here. And we were both at work, and we got a phone call. We both worked at Harley Davidson at the time, and we got a phone call that one day. It was the Monday before Thanksgiving 2017, and I got a call from the fire department, and they called me directly because I used to be in the fire department, and the captain on scene realized whose house it was when she heard the name. I wasn't in the fire department no more, but you know, they found they saw some of my memorabilia from when I was in the fire department. So got the phone call. We showed up there. One of our dogs almost didn't make it. She had to wind up spending pretty much that whole week in intensive care for animals up in Gainesville. So it destroyed all our prepping. Everything that we had worked on for since 2012, I want to say, is when we started doing it. And we lost everything. So between getting the new house and getting our life back on track, I went off to get my CDL. So I drive over the road now. And now I'm home daily, but my wife just decided to get her CDL, so she's getting ready to go over the road. We just recently started in October prepping again. Seemed like it took us a long time, but we finally got back in the swing of things, and we started making some headroom and buying things. On this channel, it's not just another typical doomsday scenario, end of the world, financial crisis, but everything I prep for in this channel, everything I'm going to be doing prep-wise, is going to be set up to be for any case scenario. I believe in prepping for everything and not just focusing on one thing. Too many people say the world's going to end, financial collapse, nuclear fallout, things like that. I'm going to prep for everything. A generalized prepping. That's going to give me better odds in every scenario that I might come across in me and my wife's lifetime. Focusing mostly on what's more going to happen in the state of Florida. So you probably guessed it by now, hurricanes. So hurricanes first and foremost for prepping for. So with my steps of prepping, I'm going to pick the most likely to happen and what I need to do to prepare for that. And then as I build off of that, I'm going to start adding more years in a long-term survival to it. So that way I'm prepared for everything and anything. You're going to watch me grow on this channel. Like I said, I just started again. This channel is going to pretty much be a vlog / information / some product reviews. If I really find something that really like hits me hard and I'm like, I need to bring this to you guys, then I'll bring that up on the channel. As far as weapons go, I don't want to mess around with the demonetization and monetization. I don't even know if I'm gonna get monetized. We don't know. My last channel never got that far, but I came off the road and I kind of neglected it. So I'm gonna try to keep this one going. So I want you to grow with me and see what I go through to start prepping again. Like I said, we had years of prepping already done, and about the only thing we could salvage out of the whole disaster was pretty much the firearms. They happen to be in a fireproof safe. So as far as the firearms go, get back on that, is that I don't want to be demonetized. So anything I do with weapons is not going to be towards any self-defense. It's not going to be for harming others. It'll be for possibly hunting, and then just firearms that I prefer to have on my person for any scenario. So take that how you may. But we're not going to be talking about any kind of self-defense tactics or anything like that. I'll show you some of the things that I have as time goes on and we start to work with the channel and stuff like that. But I'm not going to be a gun channel. That's not what this is about. It's about prepping and being prepared for the worst. I'd rather prepare for the worst and have it and not need it than the worst happen and I don't have it and I need it. It's an old saying. Everyone says it. It's pretty common. Sorry for the backdrop. I did used to have all my weapons hanging up back there, but this is what I consider our prepping room, war room, disaster room, safe room, whatever you feel. This room's going to grow too. I'm currently building storage for it, and it's going to go on the wall that's behind the video right now. We got a lot of stuff that's coming in the future. I'm going to be building water sanitization systems that you can do at home for a couple $100 that you can filter thousands of gallons of water. We talk about our water storage as we build. We're also installing solar in the future. We have that in the lineup to come over the next year. Right now we're just working on getting just our preps together as far as food goes and stuff like that and medical. But I figured I'd throw this video out there so you guys can get to know me a little bit and know what I'm all about. I don't expect to get tons of views right off the bat, but we're going to grow this together, slow and steady. I'm doing the work anyways, so I might as well video it. If any of my knowledge can help you guys, that's great. If I can help one more couple, family, person be prepared for what could potentially happen in the future, the better I feel. So that's what we're going to be working on here. So we're going to build it slowly as time goes on, because as always, everything costs money. And I'm not a prepper so much on a tight budget, but I am a prepper on a budget. I have to live life and also be able to do this. So it's one of those things where we're going to move along really slow, and we're going to get pretty intense with the prepping as the time goes on. So I hope you stick around. I'm going to try to release a video every week. I can't guarantee that because right now my wife's in CDL school, so I'm home alone taking care of the house and the dogs, and we're on a tight budget because she ain't bringing in a full paycheck right now. So once she gets up and rolling, that's when we're really going to get cooking. But I'm going to try to bring in a video every week. As always, the comments are always welcome. If you have a different way of doing things, or you believe in I'm doing it wrong or whatever, you got some insight to put on it, that's awesome. But don't try to tell me what to do, because that's not what this channel is about. It's about how I do it. And if I can help bring some ideas to you, then that's great. Other than that, though, I want to say thank you to all the prepping channels out there that I've watched. Canadian Prepper, Urban City Prepper. There's tons of them that I watch. I watch them all, follow them. I've been following a lot of them for a long time now. And just seeing the way they do has made me want to step up and do my part. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show you what we've done in the last month. All right, so what we got here is just your basic purchase at Walmart, you know, big box stores, any place that sells these kind of items type prep going on here today. So as you're going to see in here, I have some few things. That's not the only flashlight I have. This is not the whole that I have. Right now, this is all we have as far as these kinds of products go right now. Like I said, we're starting over from scratch. So we just started last month in October, and this is what we have going so far. So as you can see, some of this stuff seems a little overkill. This is more like prepping for like a hurricane, talking 3 days to about, I don't know, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks worth of stuff here. Yeah, it's a little overkill in certain areas. I will admit to that. That's because, like I said, we are prepping for long term too. So sometimes it just works to buy things in bulk. You find a deal, so you go ahead and buy a couple extra things. Down here we have some propane canisters, and that's not all that we have. I'll do a little bit more into that, and you got to keep bottle bleach, and that's assorted ammo and stuff like that for the different firearms. Different video, different time. So up here we have long-term stuff that'll last for a decent amount of years. Not have to worry about it going bad. So over here we got pasta, we got rice, we got beans, assortment of different types of dried beans. All these things have a really long shelf life. They last for a very long time. Things like this are going to be vacuum sealed in the future, and these two will also be sealed up. It's coming in time. Like I said, we're doing this nice and slow. Over here I also have what every college student has lived on, and that's probably like a year's worth of food for a college student. But they may not be the healthiest for you, but they have carbs in them, and they have the starches and things that you need, and it's great to have in grid down scenario as far as like a local disaster, something that's going to be short term but detrimental. And then over here, like I said, we buy in bulk sometimes, so we have more than enough rubbing alcohol and peroxide for any kind of wounds or anything like that. Over there we have some stomach stuff, and we also have some acid reflux, because I do suffer from acid reflux. We have just a basic medical kit. It's not the only medical kit we have. We have a tactical medical kits and stuff like that, which we'll be doing in the future, but it's a very basic one for cuts and bruises and stuff like that. We have a stockpile of antibacterial soap, along with some just regular hand soap, which works out really good, just making, you know, the hard times go by quicker. Hand sanitizer, some foot powder, deodorant. We have body washes, conditioner, regular shampoo. Back there, if you can figure out what it is. Ooh, yes, because you always have to prep for the females. Gotta love them females. We also have more than enough toothbrushes and toothpaste and things like that to last. We also have a regular propane camping style Coleman grill back there, so we can use that. So this is going to be just your basic short time stock supply here. I know we could survive easily for a couple weeks on this, because we also have a bunch of canned foods and stuff like that are in our pantry currently that we could work on, which will work in a short term grid down type style survival. So there's no water prepped here, because the water scenario is going to be a whole video for itself. But currently on hand, me and my wife, we have stockpiled at least 14,000 gallons of water. And we'll go into detail on that in another video. So YouTube, that's just the first quick video that we got going on here. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of see what we got going on here. Like I said, we're starting from scratch, like most of you probably are, or some of you are probably very seasoned. And hats off to you. Me and my wife had a whole bunch of time invested into prepping, and just like that, it was gone. So we're taking a different approach, and we're going to be moving all our stuff around differently and doing the room up differently to be able to protect our items that we have. So with that being said, stick around, like, subscribe. Let's build this channel together. Let's build our preps together. Let's be prepared for the worst and hope that we never need it. But in your mind, you'll have that peace of security knowing that you'll be ready for anything that hits you. So, this is Army Vet, Florida Prepper out.